yes, that's amazing. A name worth praising. Your love leaves me gazing. It's incredible. The price that you paid, the sacrifices that you made, all for my soul to save. All I can say is incredible. 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 Incredible.
Welcome to Life from Studio D.O.C. I'm your host, Dr. D. Honeycutt. And can I say that I am so excited to have you on my show tonight, my guest, my co-host. So before we get started, I'm going to let my co-host take just a little bit of time and introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about who they are. Stephanie, can we start with you?
Dr. Honeycutt. My name is Stephanie Garcia, and I'm a clinic manager. I moved here from New Jersey about 6 years ago. I am married, and together with my husband we have a beautiful girl, 7-year-old. I am an x-ray tech and a medical assistant, and I am so happy and honored to be here.
I'm Denise Fountain. I recently moved to Charlotte several months ago, and I had the opportunity to meet Dr. Honeycutt, and we had this instant connection. And we talked about so many things concerning life. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. So here we are, talking again. My background is in counseling. I've lived in 3 different countries, which is Singapore, Belgium, and the US. And I work with people that are in emotional pain. And what I refer myself as is a mentor. I actually walk hand in hand with people while they're going through grief and trouble. And it's sometimes a very difficult time for them. So I help them facilitate a recovery plan for their grief and eventually a plan for the future.
And I am Cassandra O'Neill. I am an executive coordinator for a senior pastor of a church in Concord, as well as since June 7th of 2014, I'm glad to say I am now an international recording artist, and I know Dr. D. Honeycutt personally, and now just being able to be a part of this show, I'm grateful for it and looking forward to not only being a part of the show, but hopefully we'll share some information with you that will be helpful in your life, and we pray, ask that you would actually send us your emails, give Dr. Honeycutt a call. We want to hear from you as well.
Wow. So recording artist, huh? How about you give us just a little taste of what you got?
Okay. Here's a song that I actually wrote. Believe it or not, I wrote it in Spanish first and then recorded it in English. So I'll do a little bit of that for you. Here I am in your presence once again, longing a touch from you again, believing you'll come through again. Here I am, puedo sentirte aquí conmigo, tú eres mi rey y mi amor. And now I know why you'll never leave me, because you know I will need you again. I'm Cassandra O'Neill.
Yes, you are. As you can see, our group is pretty diverse. But listening to you sing, Cassandra, that made me think about our topic, and I really do think that it's a great time to introduce our topic.
Right.
Our topic for today, for our discussion, is called mindset. And the reason we chose mindset is because you have to have mindset to do everything in life. You have to have mindset to get up in the mornings. I have to have mindset to start my day. I get up and I run 5 miles every day. So I have to have a mindset, just for goals that we have set in life. So with that being said, Miss Stephanie.
Well, we have to take a quick break, but we'll return with our today's special guest, which is Angela Blakemore. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere.
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans. These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids. Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. So is the solution.
Give a gift of meals to a family in need. Visit feedingamerica.org/giveameal today.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel like a fish with no water.
Learn how to prevent your child's next asthma attack. Because even one attack is one too many.
The introductions have been done. This is a really good time to bring up our topic for tonight. And tonight's topic is going to be on mindset.
That's right, but first we'll have to take a brief break, but we'll be right back with our special guest, Angela Blakemore. So stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Back to life from Studio D.O.C. Now, before we went on break, we told you that our special guest, Angela Blakemore, would be joining us here. And here she is. Angela is a jack of all trades, but tonight she's going to be wearing the hat of a life coach. Angela, can you tell us exactly what mindset is and give us an example?
Yes, Dee. Dr. D, your mindset is everything. Your mindset creates your reality. Your thoughts can propel you forward, or they can actually stop you in your tracks. It can begin just when you wake up in the morning and how you go about your day and the things that you want to achieve in your life. You can achieve that with a positive mindset, knowing full 100% that you're capable of achieving that. Or it can be exactly the opposite. And you're self-doubting, you lack confidence, you're really so unsure that you may just not proceed forward with a specific goal that you had in mind in your life. So it can be applied to relationships, success in your work, your health, just about anything.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking all of this in.
Well, ladies, we're going to take another quick break. Please stay with us. We'll be right back with more of Life from Studio D.O.C.
All in together now. We can make it better now. Come on, can we do it?
Yeah, you know that we can.
We rope it up,
cause we know how to jump.
we roll it out,
Cause we know how to skate.
we'll cut it down,
Cause we know what to eat.
we'll swap it out.
We eat healthy stuff.
Can we do it?
Yeah, you know that we can.
Can we do it?
Just moving a little and eating better every day can help make you and your child healthier. Search We Can to find doable tips and activities that you can use every day.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Back to Life from Studio D.O.C. And if you're just now tuning in, I'm Dr. Honeycutt, your host. Before the break, our special guest, Angela Blakemore, was giving us a personal description of mindset. Angela, this subject is, it's so interesting and it's very broad. So we want to know, since we didn't even really get to touch on it, we wanted to know, would you come back and do another show for us?
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to.
Okay. Well, Dr. Honeycutt, is it okay to take one more question?
Yes, I believe we can.
Okay, great. Angela, my question is on behalf of the young people that may be tuned in right now. How do they discover their life purpose and make it line up with their efforts?
I believe your passions can give you direction to your purpose. So with your passions, whether it be anything from a hobby, or it could be something that is stirring your soul, something that is calling you. And when you align the two, which is your passion, then it opens up your purpose, and you're more aligned with that ability to reach it.
Can I just go back to something you said when
Sure.
you initially started talking about mindset? You mentioned it could be negative or positive.
Yes.
Can you give an example of what a negative mindset would be? I know we hear all these wonderful teachers on positive thinking, and that's great. But there may be someone who is dwelling in that place of a negative mindset and may just not think that is that. They just think, I'm just not feeling too well about myself. It's not a big thing. So what would be an example of a negative mindset? What does a person who has a negative mindset?
It would be self-defeating words, phrases such as, I'm not good enough, I can't, I don't know enough, I've never done that before, that other person can do it better, they're more educated than me. So it's a variety of just self-defeating instead of, life-affirming thoughts. The way to reverse it is to actually bring in the positive or the opposite thought of what's going on in the mindset.
So then I'm sure it would help a lot if they surround themselves with positive people that just give them a lot of help with changing their mindset, because I'm sure it's hard to just start thinking positive right away, and just change everything.
Absolutely. Mentorship is important. Surrounding yourself in a community that has the same values and goals as yourself. Mentoring one-on-one, coaching, hiring a coach such as myself. And we will work together to really break it down, what is your mindset and what are your goals and what can propel you forward and what's been holding you back. And we just take it step by step.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about when a person first come into your office, what do you do, like your first initial visit?
We take a self-assessment of just a general holistic type assessment, and we work on, we discuss why they're there. So it could be weight loss, it could be relationship, and we take the steps from there. We look at what's been holding them back and what are their goals.
Right.
And each time we meet, we'll bring in something else to the session. So they'll go home with some homework,
okay,
with a goal in mind. Or again, if it's a mindset adjustment, then I may have them, do some visualizations, or even if it's journaling and creating, a daily affirmation, again, in the positive sense,
See,
what they want to create.
Yeah, I understand, because the reason I ask, because in my practice, I know that when I initially take a patient in, they want to know, why am I asking all of these questions? Because I have to find out about everything. I have to find out about their relationships, right, how they sleep, how they eat, what time they get up. I need to know everything so I can, make a plan for them. And, I have to know what kind of medications they're on, because all of those things come, they all play together into getting somebody, feeling better.
Absolutely.
So, okay.
Yeah, the holistic model is looking at the individual, everything that that they participate in their life, family, friends, work, health, the past, the present, stories, patterns. So
you take the mind and body all together as a whole. Like I treat
Absolutely.
the body as a whole, not the symptoms, but as a whole.
yes.
I understand. So I'm going to apply some of the things just the things that you've already said was powerful. I mean,
Thank you.
you know, it can shed some light on somebody's life.
Yes. I hope everyone can take something from today's discussion and apply it to their lives.
Okay. Do you have a email address? You know, if somebody have a question that they would like to contact
Yes, I do.
you about?
It's very simple. It's angelawellness@yahoo.com.
Okay. Ladies, how y'all doing back there? You got any more questions that you want to ask?
Well, I do actually.
Okay.
Again, you mentioned about the past
Yes.
playing a part. What percentage of a person's past plays a part in their mindset, would you say?
I believe it could be a large percentage. I do feel from my studies that, for instance, our childhood definitely comes into our current adult life.
Yeah.
So, and again, it can be complicated, but we can start there and bring it into the present, such as if there's something operating in a person's mind based on something they were told as a youth, that can go into their adulthood.
And I'm smiling because we all had parents tell us something, you know.
Right.
My parents, to get us to not drink coffee, they say, don't drink coffee, coffee makes you dumb. But that was just so that the children wouldn't drink it. But they would drink it all the time. It's like, okay, well, you can't be too smart.
Right.
But it's just things that we were told coming up.
And even a classroom situation, you know, or, you know, in school, education. We have, unfortunately, you know, bullying that's happening.
Yes.
And we're just, you know, kids are not feeling, they're not feeling worthy sometimes, or they get these accusations, or get, again, the negative, you're this, you're that. You know, if someone is overweight, they're going to be, you know, bullied. If someone, you know, is too smart, they're going to be bullied. If they're not wearing the right outfit, they may be bullied.
They don't think the same way as they do.
And so you may start off as a youth and go through a good portion of your life not feeling worthy and not feeling enough.
How about it, not forgiving, you know, not forgiving others, people that have, you know, maybe like tormented you in the past, you know, I mean, I would think that would make a person have a hard time, you know, moving on, reaching goals, you know, in life as well. Now, do you believe that too? You have to forgive and let go?
I believe forgiving is a way to set yourself free, and it's also accepting as well. So you, even though you may not fully, in your deepest part of yourself, be able to condone what was said to you or was done to you, but it will set yourself free if you just forgive that person and just come from a place of knowing that they were doing the best they could, or they just didn't have the tools, or whatever their circumstances were, they were projecting it onto you, which was unfortunate.
Yeah. So you're doing it more for yourself, because that can eat you up inside. And,
yes.
You know,
I
with
truly
your
believe
thoughts
that.
and everything. Yeah.
And being able to let that go and love yourself. I like the idea about the mindset with teenagers when you're talking about the bullying, and especially girls. I've seen that in schools. My daughter is in school, and they deal with that. And I think it would be a wonderful thing for you to do if you could work, and not necessarily just on one-on-one, but would you ever work with a small group of young girls or boys, even separately, and talk to them about mindset?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I think that that's really where it starts, like you were saying, and the negative thoughts and the projection that they put on other people. There's a lot of projection.
Yes.
And then they begin believing it, and you see that self-esteem drop.
Yes.
And I've seen that myself in practicing psychology. But if you start that early, it helps them have confidence. And that's really what they need, is confidence, in order to go on with life and not take that in personally. but also not have that barrier. It's complicated to learn, but once they learn that, they can deal with opposition and things better.
Yes, definitely.
Wow, you have really left us with some really good information.
Yeah.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't, because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Or you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes
kids
you.
how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back to Life from Studio D.O.C. You know, you all heard about everybody else on the panel, but I didn't even tell you about myself. My name is Dr. D. Honeycutt, and before I became doctor, I worked in the corporate world for a long time, and I could see that the business that I worked for, I could see them declining. So I knew that I had to do something, so I went back to school, and I went back to school to be a therapist. And after becoming a therapist, I was still hungry for, I wanted to do something else. It wasn't enough. So I went back to school and I got my undergrad in nutrition. Well, that wasn't enough either. So only thing was left was become a doctor. So I got my doctorate, and I'm a doctor of naturopathy. I do a lot of alternative treatments to meds. I can treat common colds. I can deliver babies. You may see me in the ambulance. You may see me in the trauma unit if you come into Carolina's Medical Center. But it's just no telling where I might be. But that's a little bit about who I am. We don't have enough time to tell you everything, but as our shows go on, you'll find out more and more about me. But with that being said, I think it's time for us to conclude this show. Ladies, are your hearts and minds clear?
Hadn't heard that in a while. Well, that does conclude our show for tonight. We want to encourage you to tune in again right here on Access 21. The show, again, is Life from Studio D.O.C. with Dr. D. Honeycutt, and we are her co-hosts, Stephanie Garcia, Denise Fountain. I love her name. And I'm Cassandra O'Neill. Let's thank again our special guest, Angela Blakemore, who will be back with us. So again, don't forget, tune in every third Friday right here on Access 21 for Life in Studio D.O.C.
It's incredible, the price that you paid, the sacrifices that you made, all for my soul to save. All I can say is incredible. 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 All I can say is incredible. How you make me feel. Let me know you're real. All I can say. Grace, that's amazing. A name worth praising. Your love leaves me gazing. It's incredible. The price that you pay. incredible. The price that you paid, the sacrifices that you made, all for my soul to save. All I can say is incredible. 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 All I can say is incredible. How you make me feel. Let me know you're real. All I can say. Grace that's amazing. A name worth praising. Your love leaves me gazing. It's incredible. The price that you paid, the sacrifices that you made, all for my soul to save. All I can say is incredible. 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 All I can say is incredible. How you make me feel. Let me know you're real. All I can say. Grace that's amazing. A name worth praising. Your love leaves me gazing. It's incredible. The price that you paid, the sacrifices that you made, all for my soul to save. All I can say is incredible. 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 All I can say is incredible. How you make me feel. Let me know you're real. All I can say. Grace that's amazing. A name worth praising. Your love leaves me gazing. It's incredible. The price that you paid, the sacrifices that you made, all for my soul to save. All I can say is incredible. 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 All I can say is incredible. How you make me feel. Let me know you're real. All I can say. Grace that's amazing. A name worth praising. Your love leaves me gazing. It's incredible. The price that you paid, the sacrifices that you made, all for my soul to save. All I can say is incredible. 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 All I can say is incredible. How you make me feel. Let me know you're real. All I can say. Grace that's amazing. A name worth praising. Your love leaves me gazing. It's incredible. The price that you paid, the sacrifices that you made, all for my soul to save. All I can say is incredible. 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 All I can say is incredible. How you make me feel. Let me know you're real. All I can say. Grace that's amazing. A name worth praising. Your love leaves me gazing. It's incredible. The price that you paid, the sacrifices that you made, all for my soul to save. All I can say